Oh, it's Hal the Woodmeister here. I'm going to show you how I make my cabinet doors, at least the beginning phase. I have two router bits. This one is the side cut, and then there's an end cut which on a different router across the room which does this cut here. This is what they call a shaker cabinet form. Anyway, it's very simple. It cuts a groove in here, and this groove is where the insert can be put when the pieces are put together. And you can use a piece of glass or wood or anything else you might want to put a decorative piece in there. Anyway, this piece is run in, and actually it's run in upside down. The thing makes so much noise, and it has to have a vacuum attachment to pull the chips away that it's kind of hard to demonstrate. This has already been cut. I actually use this as a gauge. You have to very carefully set up the depth for these things, because if you don't, the two have to match. So you take some sample pieces of wood till you get it together, and I save these to use them as gauges in future pieces. Anyway, that's like the corner of a door go together like that. This doesn't have the groove cut on it, but since it's a gauge, it's not necessary. Anyway, that's one of the routers there. The other one is across the room, and I'll show you some pieces. Let me give you a close-up of the router bit and the pieces there. You can see the router bit there, and this is how the piece goes through there. When the router's running, of course, it cuts the groove in there. It ends up looking like that. These are the raw wood pieces that I use to route, and I'll be routing those for one of the doors. And over here on the other side of the shop is another router, and there's a close-up of that bit. And you actually put a piece in like this. See if I can get it to slide through there, and it cuts it like that, and then it ends up looking like this, and that fits into the corner. And I have one of them that's already done here, and what you end up with is a piece like that that forms the door. You can see it comes apart and slips together. This particular door, I have a piece of glass on order that I'm going to put in it, and it goes into the cabinet center. The other pieces over here, there's four more like that, will go into the left side and the right side doors. So the whole cabinet looks like that. And I also was checking to make sure that the hinges would work correctly on this, so I pre-installed some hinges on here. I was worried about the clearance there, but as it is, they require zero clearance, so they work pretty good. And those are all set up, and the hinge holes on this particular piece have already been drilled because I used that to check it. Anyway, that's a little bit on how you make the doors. I'll get back with you and show you what the finished product looks like later. Anyway, I'm back here going to run a couple through for you so you can see how this works.